just don't know. People see me, but they just don't know. Come on, baby, let the good time roll.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we are back for episode 6 of the Houston Rockets Season Challenge Association mode here in NBA 2K14, and we're going up against one of the new look teams in the NBA. New uniforms, a new roster, the New Orleans Pelicans. They struggled so far this year. They're 12-25. We are 31-8. This is just the second gameplay I'm showing you guys with our newest player, David Lee. Hopefully he can have another big game. He had a nice, I believe, 16-point performance in the first game we showed with him, so hopefully he can do it again. Jeremy Lin getting ready here, playing in NOLA. Obviously, new court as well, and really a whole new look thing for the franchise. They went with the win now mode, acquired Drew Holiday through a trade, as well as Tyreke Evans through free agency to pair with Eric Gordon and Anthony Davis. A nice young core. A couple people picking this team to make the playoffs. Some picking them to miss it. Kind of a jumbled backcourt, but I don't know. We'll see how Tyreke Evans works at small forward. I know he played there a bit in Sacramento, but still yet to be seen if he can mix with this group. Nonetheless, Anthony Davis, a potential breakout candidate this year, and Ryan Anderson, an interesting trade chip possibly, if they decide that Anthony Davis really should be playing the power forward and not the center. But nonetheless, let's get right into this ball game. Brian Roberts starting at point guard. Drew Holiday was out today with an injury, so another lucky game for the Rockets. They're running up against a lot of teams with injury trouble, but Eric Gordon is an absolute beast in this game. He's a beast in real life, too. He just can never stay healthy. Some people question his commitment to basketball and his commitment to the New Orleans Pelicans, as he actually wanted to sign with the Phoenix Suns back in the summer of 2013, or 2012, I should say. But he actually came out and said, please, Hornets, do not match this offer or whatever. But he was a restricted free agent. The Hornets matched, and he stuck with NOLA for another 3 years. But here we go. Anthony Davis giving that one off to Eric Gordon. Gordon hitting his little set shot right there, and it's a 6-point lead, a 14-8 lead early on. Gordon is 4 or 5 from the field. He is looking good, but here comes Chandler Parsons going on the baseline, giving that one off to James Harden, top of the key for 3, and he knocks that one down. So a nice shot there from James Harden, 16-15. David Lee trying to go to work in the post, up and under, no good. D12 is there. Poor defense by Al-Farouq Aminu. And the thing with this New Orleans team is they like to go small ball at times with Al-Farouq Aminu at the 4 and Anthony Davis at the 5. But that does not work against such a big team like the Rockets, now that we do have David Lee. So nice scoop shot from Jason Smith right there. One of the, really in my opinion, one of the most underrated backup centers in the NBA. But check out Dwight Howard hitting a little bank. Well, that wasn't even a bank shot. He just made a nice little mid-range right there. I was surprised to see him actually knock that down. I just kind of shot that without thinking. But Tyreke Evans on the break, and Tyreke Evans takes lift off. We know he's got some athleticism, and he's showing it off right there. It's a 1-point lead for the Pelicans, but here comes James Harden, and he's going to end up hitting at Jeremy Lin, who didn't fully come around that screen, but he was wide open from the corner anyway, and he knocks that one down. Brian Roberts with the ball pulls up, and he's going to end up missing that one, but he gets his own offensive rebound and one over Chandler Parsons. Are you serious? Come on, defense. That is poor execution right there. And we're going to miss the buzzer beater. So we will head into the second quarter. We are down by 4. An impressive performance from the New Orleans Pelicans, who are proving to be a tough team to beat in their home court. But we're down by 4. Patrick Beverley with the ball. He's going to look for Francisco Garcia coming around a screen. He's contested, but it does not matter. Garcia's shot is absolute money in this game. Austin Rivers with the ball, giving that one off to Anthony Morrow. Morrow, the sharpshooter, knocks that 3 down, and he's going to extend their lead now. It's a 5-point lead. 35-31 now is the score. Beverly with the ball, trying to look for his own shot, giving that one off to Troy Murphy, who finishes that with the left hand. A nice shot for somebody more known for their outside scoring than their inside scoring, but Austin Rivers with the ball right here, just getting by Patrick Beverly. Lacks today's goal defense by Mios. Probably looking at some on my computer screen. I get criticized a lot in the comments for playing poor defense. A lot of the time I'm just distracted or whatever. You play as many association games as I do, and sometimes you can take plays off. But Chandler Parsons pulling up right over Tyreke Evans. That's a huge size mismatch. Chandler Parsons 6'9", 6'10"-ish. Tyreke Evans only about 6'6". We should be able to take advantage of that. Jeremy Lin feeding his superstar, David Lee, and Lee slams that one home. I was very surprised to see David Lee only ranked like 50th on the NBA rank. I guess people forgot he made the All-Star team last year and was All-NBA third team. I don't know. A bit biased because I support the Warriors as much as I can living in Boston. But nonetheless, nice little scoop shot from David Lee right there. And he finishes that one home. 45-39 is your score. Brian Roberts with the ball. He's being double-teamed, but he's going to split the double team. Poor defense right there by Jeremy Lin and Dwight Howard. And he finishes that one home with the left. So they're down by 4. Dwight Howard with the ball, giving that one out to Jeremy Lin. Now we're going to look to James Harden for the top of the key jumper, and he's going to knock that one down. So it's back up to a 6-point lead. Giving that one down low to David Lee. Giving it to Dwight Howard. Another mid-range. That's right, Dwight Howard. looking like David Lee out there, looking like Maurice Spates or KG or someone, I don't know. Insert any big man who can hit an 18-footer, but either way, Eric Gordon's buzzer beater is not going to go. And we're going to head into the half. The Rockets are on top, 49-41. The Pelicans, a strong first quarter, but they got outscored by 12 points in that second quarter, so poor performance in the second. Now it's a 9-point lead. Eric Gordon with the ball, trying to go to work. We put Chandler Parsons on him to start at the second half, and it was a little bit more effective. He forced the miss there, unluckily. Anthony Davis with the tip slam right there. Now Eric Gordon giving that one off to Tyreek Evans, or at least trying to, and Evans around the rim. You're not going to stop that. He finishes that one home, and it's down to a 5-point lead. Now back up to 7. D12 with the ball, looking for Lynn in the corner off the pass from Parsons, and that's a knockdown three for Jeremy Lin. Is performing nicely so far this season. A lot of people have questioned him starting in the lineup for the Houston Rockets, not only in real life but in this association, but he's performed nicely under the pressure so far. Eric Gordon with a nice finish right there. 57-51 is your score. We're going for the pick and roll with Greg Smith. Greg Smith's a guy that I really like off this bench, and check out that athleticism, slamming that one down. But Greg Smith, he can finish around the rim, a good rebounder, a solid defender. I really like what he brings to us off the bench, and I'm looking to give him some more minutes, especially over Marcus Camby. Tyreek Evans with a nice little 15-footer. Now it's a 4-point lead. Donuts with the ball, looking for that one to James Harden for the long two. His foot was on the line. He will knock that one down. But it's here we go, 8-point lead. Still Jeremy Lin with the ball. I'm looking for the trailer on the play. Greg Smith cutting to the basket, slamming that one down. And it's a 10-point lead. Anthony Morrow with the ball, though, trying to drive in. He's getting bumped here by Harden, but he's going to put up the last-second shot and somehow get the one to go. A great shot by Anthony Morrow. Another person not really known for his inside scoring, but showing it off right there. But here we go. I was trying to go to work with James Harden a lot in this ball game, especially when he had guys like Quincy Miller on him, who's a solid defender, but more often than not, when Eric Gordon was on him, I was usually trying to take advantage of that mismatch, as Eric Gordon is a very bad defender, but nonetheless, he's a very good scorer, as you can see, finishing that left-handed finger roll. And here we go, he's looking up the court for Al-Farouq, and that's Quincy Miller, and Quincy Miller knocking that mid-range down. And the lead's back down to 8 points, so the Pelicans sticking around right here. We got the ball, 2 seconds to play. Harden's going to pull up for a deep three. No good. Cannot quite do what he did in that Oklahoma City game where he hit the half-court shot last year before the half. But here we go, 8-point lead as we head into the third, but it's a 5-point lead here. And Brian Roberts for 3 knocks that one down, and just like that, it's down to a 2-point ball game. So the Pelicans sticking around. They got the crowd beneath them right now, and they have some momentum here. Brian Roberts pull up. It's good, and it's a tie ball game. So an 8-0 run to start out this quarter, and just like that, it is a tie game. But we're up by 1 here. Roberts getting the steal, giving that one off to Tyreek Evans. Evans around the rim. You know he's going to finish that one just off the rim. Puts that one in. And it's a 78-77 ball game. Jeremy Lin with the ball, looking for James Harden for the 3, and a huge knockdown three-pointer from the foul line extended for our shooting guard, just recently voted by the GMs under the GM survey as the best shooting guard in the NBA. Brian Roberts for 3, knocks that one down, and the Pelicans take a 1-point lead. So they are trading punches right now with the best team in the Western Conference. Here comes James Harden, though. We're trying to run the break. I see Parsons wide open, and Parsons slams it down. We got the 1-point lead right back. Now still a 1-point lead, a minute 30 to play. Looking for David Lee. And we could not get the and one, but that's a big foul. And David Lee's going to go to the line. First shot going up. He's got a weird free throw, but he's still very effective from it nonetheless. Knocks down the first one. It's a 2-point lead. Can we make it 3? Lee doing his usual routine. He's going to put it up. And it rattles away, so it's still a 2-point game. Here we go now. Still a 2-point game. Eric Gordon for 3. No good. Harden on the boards. And we have a chance to make this a 2-possession game. Harden trying to run. He's going to end up trying to take Anthony Davis off the dribble here. Pull up. Top step. It's good. Huge shot from our closer. Our best player, James Harden, knocking that one down. A huge shot now after a Pelicans miss. Jeremy Lin going in. Crazy bad decision right there by Jeremy Lin. But that's not out of the ordinary for Jeremy Lin. So he finishes that layup. That's going to make it a 6-point game. We win by 5. 93-88 is your final score. A very close game, very competitive game from the New Orleans Pelicans, a team that I expected to kind of roll over, especially after the half when we outscored them 12 points in the fourth quarter, or in the second quarter, But nonetheless, a very, very impressive performance by the Pelicans. I thought they played well, but we did what we had to do. We came in. It was a tough road game, but we took care of business against a much weaker team in the New Orleans Pelicans, and we end up winning 93-88. Player of the game, as usual, James Harden, our best player, the best shooting guard in the NBA, arguably. I believe he was rated the 4th best player in the NBA on the ESPN's NBA rank, which is very useless. Like, I know I brought it up earlier, but I wouldn't really read into that too much. It's just a bunch of NBA experts or whatever, and it's just their opinion. So don't make too much out of it. It's my suggestion, but nonetheless, I just thought it was interesting to have him rated ahead of Russell Westbrook, and making me think, wow, 3 of the top 5 players in that ranking were former members of the Thunder, and oh, that was such a bad trade. Nonetheless, it's a good trade for the Rockets. He's your player of the game, and here we go, getting into the box. We're at the team stats here. We hold them to under 50% shooting. That is always my goal. We only took 13 threes. That was good. I always try to cut down my threes a little bit because people think it's like wrong to take threes or something. I don't know why, but nonetheless, Jeremy Lin 11 and 10, great game for him. James Harden doing his usual 31, 6 and 5. Lee had another 16 points. Dwight Howard once again only got like 20-25 minutes. We're gonna have to find him more minutes, but nonetheless, you can take a look at the Hornets. We held Eric Gordon to a very inefficient day. 24 points on, I believe that's like 28 shots. 2 of 13 from 3. I'll take that any day. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy, and it doesn't matter. Peace.